What's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 2 of the 3rd season of 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we are racing at Fuji International Speedway Short for 11 laps, and we'll be going in 200 category for today. So hope this is going to be quite very good to have the standard sports car that we are all get ready to go to choose by the best vehicle that whenever they like to pick. So this is going to be having some few car settings that this will be required. I hope this wheel might have different categories that this wheel might be having some few adjustments will get set up and be prepared. Now, I hope this wheel might be getting ready to go to use the Toyota SFR Racing Concept 2016 with my Toll Drama OC carded on it. But this wheel might be doing good to have the BOP regulations that this wheel might be checked on to the power and weight. So we are going to use on the comfort soft tires that this is going to be quite given a good time to be prepared for. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. So let's go and get ready to race, and let's get started. So I hope this is going to be having a 5-minute qualifying time that this is going to be quite getting ready to be prepared. So here we go, folks. 11 laps on Fuji Speedway on the short track is going to get started. So here we go. Let's begin in right about now. Here we go, it's round 2 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Nations Cup, Season 3. So here we go, this is going to be a very good starter to have the drivers to begin. So it looks like Roll with GT7 is taking on first place for the Toyota SFR Racing Concept. Gripon HOS takes on the Porsche 911 Carrera RS. LCR 50 Steel Forum takes in 3rd place. MSX Violin takes on with the Toyota SFR Racing Concept. Badger J is taking on in 5th place. Now 6th place is PFC 2K12 is now using the same SFR Racing Concept. Followed by myself with a pink style SFR Racing Concept. LCRK Crusher is taking on 8th place with using the same car. Hyper 6 Alive takes 9th place for the Porsche Carrera RS DS. Lysis 311 takes 10th place. 11th place is the Delta 9er is going to use the Alfa Romeo 4C 2014. Jimmy Hemi 17 takes on in 12th place. Depth Below 10,004 is taking on the Mazda Roadster touring car. ENOR is taking on in 14th place. It looks like we got a new driver, so this is going to be a very good one to take on 50th place. D3 Harris 13 is taking on that Carrera Porsche. GT Racer X is now taking in 17th place. GT Man 1963 in 18th place. 19th place is Turbo Chaplin is now joining in for the race and last place on the 19th. So this is going to be a very good rolling start to begin, folks. So I hope this is going to be quite very good to have several Toyota SFR Racing Concept and the Porsche 911 Carrera RS Club Sports is now taking the perfect steps to be ready to go. Taking on the long straight, we'll be taking on the rolling. So here we go. This is going to be the 11 lap challenge in the 2nd round. So we are going fast to take the underway to go. Let this be the most brilliant challenge that we are going to take on with the N200 category will begin. Taking on that straight, Will might be taking on for the best rolling start to be going in. So here comes the first turn. This is going to be taking a long downhill onto the hill. Will might step it in. Will be going in by the approach. That definitely might be very good. And it looks like LCRK Crusher is trying to hold on for it, so he can probably try to keep it up. And it looks like he definitely might be pulling back down on it. Oh man, looks like this is going to be quite very tougher to see how LCRK Crusher is trying to find a way to get back onto the current position going in. So looks like I'm taking on 6th place. We'll be in the action, and this is going to be quite doing good. So it looks like LCR is now definitely had that penalty by 0.5 seconds. So I hope he can probably try to keep it well avoided to ignoring the track limit. And oh man, looks like this is going to be the unlikely battle that this is going to be ever to be seen. Now taking on that turn, so looks like here comes the next turn before taking on to the uphill section of the track, because this is going to be quite very good to have that turn. We'll be going right onto the straight besides the chicane, so this is going to be quite very brilliant to see how it goes. Looks like Badger J is about to get coming closer to make 1 step on the overtake. I hope LCR is about to get coming in onto the penalty line, so he can probably take on that final turn. And oh boy, looks like Badger J is trying to holding on for it. Here comes the final turn. We'll be taking on for a lot of oversteering capability to be performed, but this is going to be having the time to have one good straight. And it looks like LCR 50 still Forum is now taking the other turn. Will be giving the way to slow down. PFC 2K12 is now coming in to make one straight overtake after LCR is taking the slow time onto the penalty line. So this is going to be going in onto the second lap. Hope I can do it. This is going to be quite very good to have a best run for this race. It is going to be quite given time to be prepared. The Toyota SFR Racing Concept might be taking the challenge. We'll be going on to do it, because taking perfection is going to be the key. Will be proven up for Toyota Gazoo Racing. Might be very good to have this vehicle, that this might be standardized on it. Well, with GT Seb is taking on first place, so he can probably do it. Whenever I check on the gap distance in total, so this is going to be a 5.2 seconds up ahead on him, so hope I can probably try to catch up with the other three by 2nd to 4th place. Looks like Gran HOS is now going to be keeping in to keep it well defended in 2nd place, while MSX, Violin, and Badger J is still going on to be on the chase. This is going to be the most epic challenge. Part of the conclusion is going to be quite given the time to be prepared. Taking on that turn, and this is going to be going in onto the uphill turn. Might be going right onto the inside of the apex. We'll be going in to take it nice and slow to keep the well-monitored check on the miles. It's going to be quite going in to do it. Looks like MSX is now definitely might be getting closer to Gryphon's position, so he's going to be taking some few gap distance. We'll taking a small inch. Now it looks like this is going to be taking a few turns. Might be going in to take the long straight at the final turn, so this might be going in onto the 3rd lap, folks. Well, with GT Seb is now definitely might be going in to proceed to the next lap. Well, we will keep it going, because this is going to be the longest fierce standard chase. Is going to be quite given the time to be prepared. Now, looks like the PFC 2K12 is now definitely might be keep going faster to catch up to my current position. Hope I could probably try to buy some time to take plenty much more handling. Might be given the time to spare, because it's going to be quite very comfort onto the soft tires. Is going to be quite given the best choice that this might be taking the one good ordinary race might be taking the standard performance, but this is going to be quite good to have an N300 car to be as the N200 vehicle category, that this might be take some fine tuning work. Will be work perfectly to take the track. Might get into it. So meanwhile, followed by on the 8th place driver, the Delta 9er is going to be taking a lot of good speed on the skills with his Alfa Romeo 4C. Is going to be catching up with some several Porsche 911 Carrera RS Club Sport and some Toyota SFR Racing Concepts are still going on to take the grueling battle to take a few more speeds to go. I hope this is going to be quite very good for the 8th place driver to take on with using the best N200 car that this might work perfectly for an Italian sports car with a mid-engine layout. Now, looks like this is going to be coming in to see it, so MSX finalists definitely might be trying to keep it up. Hope he can do it to stay on in 3rd place. So looks like Badger J just got 2 seconds on the penalty, and looks like he's just definitely might be getting off the track. Well, it is going to be, well, I hope it does that. Just really try to keep the handling wheel might be keep it well intact. So good thing he's back on track, so still in one piece. He will might be going in onto the next lap before reaching up onto the penalty line. Will might be on the way to slow down. Onto the 4th lap, folks. This is going to be a pretty more time to go through it, but this is going to be quite very good to have that best distance. We might be taking a lot of good skills to coming in. PFC 2K12 is definitely might be coming in. I hope he can try to do the best chance of luck. Will might be taking a lot of slipstream after a long straight, so I hope he can do it to have this white style SFR Racing Concept is definitely might be going straight to it. Taking on that 90R turn, will be going in to take a lot of freestyle. Stepping in onto the apex, so hope this is going to be quite doing good to have that mobility. And then the slipstream will be catching up continues to raise up for the acceleration. Now this is going to be good to see the most fastest lap was an effort to be made, so Will with GT7 is now taking the most best lap time that he just performed is 2 minutes and 3.153 seconds. He did a pretty good job out there, folks. He did a pretty good, amazing job to take a lot of good fastest turns to be given the best ways to perform the most fastest lap on Fuji International Speedway with a short track layout. So meanwhile, Badger J is about to be coming in onto the penalty line by slowing down. So I hope this is going to be quite getting nearly there. This will might take plenty more few distance, we might give it time to spare. It looks like PFC 2K12 is now definitely passing me, so he can do it. So hope this will might be given enough time for him after taking 3 laps by taking the struggle to be getting in on the approach. So this is going to be quite doing well better to see how he can keep it up. Now on to the 5th lap. This is going to be quite very good to do it, folks, because taking a lot of few distance, Will might be getting a halfway there. And here comes the first turn, so let's PFC 2K12 goes first, and this is going to be going for myself in 2nd. Now he will might be catching up to the top 3 drivers out there, folks. He will might do whatever he can to make his way onto the top 3 finish. Perfect landing spot nearly towards the apex, and then going back down onto the 90R turn. Because this is going to be the most very impressive corner on the track, folks, because it's going to be quite very good perfection that this one might be taking the good mobility for having a lot of perfection. Now it looks like LCR 50 Still Forum is now definitely might be going into catching up to my current position. So hope I could probably be ready to defend whenever it gets nearly there. And then this is going to be having a good turn that this will might be giving a lot of few gap distance, will be having the time to spare. So this is going to be nearly towards 1 second behind from my current position in 5th place. While continuing on to catch up onto PFC 2K12's position is going to get very closer. Dry Pond HOS is now definitely might be keep it going to catching up onto MSX Violent, and then this is going to be quite very interesting that this will might have 4 drivers will be taking on the battle of 2nd place, will be getting in. But this wheel might takes a lot of acceleration while taking on the straight at the final turn towards the first turn, by the next lap we'll be going in. Just getting a little bit few more distance, we might be getting closer. Trying to catch up onto PFC 2K's 12th position before he's about to getting close to Gryphon HOS position. So here comes LCR's 50 Steel Foam is now coming in. But this is going to be his main cue. Will might be given the time to go on the overtake, so hope I can probably keep it well defended, because it's going to be quite very tougher between Toyota and Porsche. Will be taking the action. Will be still standing out. Will might be taking a few turns to take a good perfection. Now it looks like Badger J is definitely might be doing alright, so hope he can probably get back onto the rest, because he's definitely might be taking a few more speed that this will might be coming handy for him. And it looks like LCRK Crusher is now coming back in, so he's gonna take a lot of comeback run to be going in to do it. So looks like the Delta Niner is overtakes LCRK Crusher, because Alfa Romeo is going to stay on the rush. Will be going in to continuing on with his Alfa Romeo 4C. So I hope this is going to be taking good efforts to see how drivers are definitely might be keeping in. Will might be having a lot of good perfection for skill. Now taking a lot of few turns that this is going to be onto the upper hill. Gryphon HOS is now going to be getting closer to be ready to defend, while PFC 2K12 will might take the straight, will go on to the faster run, will might be getting into. But it's going to be quite very good to have a plenty of turbocharge that this will might be taking a one good oversteer run that this will might be on the rush. It looks like LCR 50 Steel Foam is now passing through me, so this is going to be his opening overtake for the moment, folks. He's gonna catching up, and then looks like I'm going in to take that slipstream. We'll be racing up with the acceleration. Now onto the 7th lap, folks. This is gonna get very much closer that this will might be keeping in for monitor check onto the laps. We might be taking a lot of possible to be remain. But it's like Super GT 500, but this is gonna be the N200 for having a lot of good race to be prepared for. But it's going to be a very good long lineup for having this moment, folks. Every racer always choosing the best car that this will might have a recommended tuning settings that this will be required. But I hope this is going to be quite doing good to see how several drivers between Toyota SFR Racing Concept and the Porsche 911 Carrera Club Sport is now going to take on the grueling epic battle that this will might be taking a long distance to be going in. But I hope this is going to be quite very brilliant, that this will might be having a new face of a racing rivalry. We'll be going on to see it. It's definitely like the KTM Expo R versus the Ferrari F50 back from the last season in the Autodrome Lago Maggiore West. But this is going to be very good to have a new ways to see how strong, challenging drivers with each two cars that this will might battling out to begin. Coming back in onto the final turn, so hope this is going to be taking that few handling turns. We might keep it up on it. And then goes back on to the long straight of the line. Will might be racing up for the acceleration. We'll be going in. So I hope this is going to be quite doing good to see how this race might be turns out. That it's always going to be quite very grueling and epic to see how it turns. So looks like this is going to be quite continuing into staying on the pushing edge. Will might be going on when I'm in 6th place. Hope I can probably make it this time, folks, because it takes plenty of skills for a while, because every race could probably have a lot of defense that this will might be performed. Now it looks like the Badger J is now going to be coming in only just a few gap distance left by 0.5 seconds. Will he be able to make it in as well? It looks like Hyper 6 Alive is now coming in on 8th place. It looks like LCRK Crusher is still taking on for the stand to stay on for his better position to be going to, because he will try to keep it up. Badger J is about to be coming in on to my current position by only 0.2 seconds behind. He's going to get very closer out there, folks. Hope this is going to be have that turn to be ready. There you go. Looks like this is going to be quite doing good to have a little bit extra time to spare. So this will might takes plenty of distance. Now, looks like this is going to be quite doing well to see how PFC 2K12 is definitely might be going on to take the battling edge between two Porsche 911 Carrera Club Sport is still taking on to be ready to defend as much as he can. Looks like LCR is still definitely might be giving a few turns to be going in, so hope this is going to be seeing how Badger J is going to be going in onto the penalty line, so giving a 1 second penalty that this will might be to keep in mind for having the next lap will might be do better. So now we're on to the 9th lap, only 2 more to go, folks. This race is about to get nearly there because it takes plenty of speed opportunity that this will might be given the time to be prepared for. Now, looks like PFC 2K12 is still defending in 4th place, while LCR is definitely might be going in to take the advantage, is definitely might be getting closer. Because the battle of 4th place is definitely now marked to see how the Toyota SFR Racing Concept and the Porsche 911 Carrera Club Sport is now taking on a grueling battle that this is going to be taking a lot of speed to take much handling to go as possible. So meanwhile, Will with GT7 is now definitely might be taking the lead. So he's just definitely might be do pretty well to keep it up. He's going to be defending his 1st place whenever he's reaching up onto the finish line. So this is going to be having the new fastest lap to be performed is Badger J. He took the lap time by 2 minutes and 2.669 seconds. He did a pretty good job to keep it up for having a lot of strong speed for a good performance that this will might be coming in to take plenty much more handling skills to going in. Taking a good perfection on the fastest lap on Fuji Speedway is going to be quite very challenging for each fastest drivers who really wants to take the most fastest lap to be achieved with. But this is going to be good to have a single start that this will might be well earned. So he's now going to be catching up by only 2.1 seconds behind on my current position. So hope this is going to be quite giving the time to see on the far distance. So right now, entering lap number 10, only 1 more to go. This is going to be over 20 minutes of the time, folks, because this is going to be a one good easy race that this will might have a lemon squeezy moment. Speaking of lemon squeezy, so this is going to be taking the one good basic racing competition that this is going to be quite very good to see how it turns. Now, looks like LCR is now taking on in 4th place. He's going into catching up onto MSX Violent whenever he's going to get nearly there by only at least 2.5 seconds on the gap distance to be well shown to do it. But this is going to be having a distance in range, and it looks like PFC 2K12 is now going to be catching up on him, so he's going to be getting ready to set him up and be defended, and then looks like he's just definitely might be turning on for the other side of the direction. He will buy some time to find a good enough speed to be overtaking on LCR 50 still for him, but this is going to be quite giving his time to keep it up for having a lot of skills of a pressure. Going back up onto the hill, other side of the hill before approaching in onto the straight. This is going to be taking a lot of uphill speeds. Handling is going to be quite given time to spare. Here it goes for PFC 2K12. This is going to be his chance to catch up. This is going to be very good to see how this race might be turned, because it's going to be a one faster challenge that this is going to be quite given the moment. So here we go, folks. This is it. The final lap of this round is going to be arrived until one driver is going to be onto the checker flag. So it looks like Roll with GT7 is going to be on the winner of the first place. I bet that this is going to be having his best time on the run. So looks like Badger J is definitely went past Groomy, so hope he is going to be riding in on 6th place to step it in. But I hope this wheel might have a little bit element of pink kindness. Will might be taking in for one overtake skills. Will might be given the moment to see it, because taking a lot of good speed skills whenever the comfort tires is going to be taking some few tire grip by 75%. But it's going to be quite doing good without having a pit stop. Will be much recommended. Now this is going to be quite doing good to see it, so hope I can probably get myself back up onto 6th place, while Badger J is going to keep it up by well defended. So this is going to be quite doing good to take much speed to going in as possible. Guypon HOS is now taking on in 2nd place, but he's going to make it very closer, folks. I hope he can do it. It looks like Roll with GT7 is now going to be getting closer onto the hillside of the track, taking much better turns. That this is going to be taking his long final stretch before he is going to win. Here we go, folks. Will with GT7 is going to take the long final stretch, and he is going to win this round, folks. Guypon HOS is now going to be staying on in 2nd place, while MXX finally is going to defend in 3rd place. PFC 2K12 is now definitely might be keeping it onto the higher, faster, challenging ways to go in, and it looks like there it is, folks. Roll with GT7 has finally reached 1st place of the 2nd round of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Nations Cup. Now that is going to be a most brilliant N200 sports car challenge. That it was going to be a very good epic challenge between the Toyota SFR Racing Concept and the Porsche 911 Carrera RS Club Sport. But this is going to be quite very awesome to have this moment, folks. What a most excited race of all time. But it was pretty good for taking a lot of good clean race, for taking a lot of effort. But this is going to be quite doing good to have a much better earned by the win. So, well, I guess this is going to be giving a much pink kindness that this boat might have a very good clean race to have a better opportunity. So this is going to be having a good daily workout by the complete. So hope this is going to be quite very brilliant. So that race is very remarkable, folks. But this is going to be quite very good to see how this will might have the top 3 drivers will be having a very good job for the finish. So looks like congratulations to Roll with GT7 for the win. So he did a pretty good job by using the Toyota SFR Racing Concept. So this is going to be quite very good to see how he finally did pretty well. So this is going to be quite very good to have an N200 race to see how the new fastest challenging vehicles, that this is going to be quite very good turns out. But it was a very good clean race. We'll be having a lot of good basic competition. We'll be taking a good speed to perform. So I hope this is going to be quite very good to get started to be ready for the next round of the race. But it was amazing for having the best time to drive faster, to take plenty much cornering. We'll be doing the best ways to perform. It was a pretty good challenge for this round, folks. Having an N200 race on Fuji International Speedway will go faster by having the Toyota SFR Racing Concept or the Porsche 911 Carrera RS Club Sport will be taking on with a most brilliant robbery race by having a fine tuning that this is going to be quite very perfect to get started. So for the next race is going to be on Circuit de la Sarda by having a Group 1 category. So hope we're all getting ready to go for the next race. So this will be taking a lot of good competitive practice before we are ready to go. Alright folks, Glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. And library blog videos are available to watch anytime you want, so this will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with some libraries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.